Hello, my name is Alan Heisterkamp, and I direct the Center for Violence Prevention at the University of Northern Iowa in Cedar Falls. It's good to be with you.
Hello, I'm Associate Professor in the School of Applied Human Sciences and Direct the Evaluation and Assessment Initiatives at the Center, and I'm Michael Fleming.
It's an honor to be a contributing partner at the 2021 Virtual National Conference on Health and Domestic Violence. Dr. Fleming and I would like to take this opportunity to share a little bit about our work at the center and then make a few brief comments about the poster we've prepared.
The Center for Violence Prevention at the University of Northern Iowa works collaboratively with institutions such as higher education, K-12 school districts, victim service agencies, law enforcement, and local communities to systematically implement best practice, evidence-based violence prevention and evaluation strategies.
So we do this by conducting bullying and gender violence prevention trainings and workshops through partnerships with school and community leaders. We do this by working to increase the engagement of men as allies to reduce and end domestic and sexual violence, by supporting schools and community partners in their efforts to maintain and sustain bullying and violence prevention programming, and by assessing and evaluating the impact and outcomes of these programming efforts.
We are honored and excited to be able to share with you our virtual poster presentation titled Mentors in Violence Prevention, Near-Peer Bystander Interventions with High School Students. The poster describes the Mentors in Violence Prevention, or MVP model, as it's delivered in Iowa secondary schools, as well as an overview of multiple data sources utilized in the overall evaluation process. MVP's aim is to prevent bullying behaviors and all forms of gender-based violence. It utilizes the bystander approach to build a critical mass or coalition of students and staff who challenge and confront social norms within the school environment that support violence and abuse.
In the middle section of the poster, under the words MVP model, displays a logic model of the implementation process we've followed over the last 20 years. We begin first by training a team of school and community leaders who then identify and train anywhere between 25 to 125 student mentors, depending on the size of the school. Once trained, the student mentors deliver and facilitate MVP lessons and activities to younger peers, typically first-year students or ninth graders. The main outcomes of the model are to increase positive bystander behaviors and decrease the actual incidences of harm and abuse.
The general findings listed on our poster help us tell the story of MVP in Iowa secondary schools. Our evaluation efforts have utilized pre-post surveys and on occasion retrospective pre-post surveys and qualitative data drawn from open-ended surveys, questions, interviews, or focus groups. This EVP is also informed by and stays connected to the MVP schools through technical assistance we provide, the social media platforms of the center, and through an MVP state technical assistance team comprised of school personnel who have a history with MVP trainers and community partners. These efforts provide a scaffolding of support measures that communicate successes, challenges, and opportunities of the MVP program and our school partnerships, and that help to build sustainability. What we want to share with you today are some of the findings that emerge from our ongoing efforts versus a specific study of a specific school. If you have questions about findings or want more details, please don't hesitate to contact us. So let's begin with what we are learning from the MVP Train the Trainer training. This training is a 2-day training that provides an overview of the theoretical and pedagogical approach found within the MVP program and a foundation in understanding gender violence. The training also addresses procedures and issues associated with the MVP mentor student leadership model, mentor recruitment, implementation issues, and other protocols that help ensure fidelity of the model. The training is most often done in partnership with the local sexual assault or domestic violence advocate or preventionist, which also helps to build school community partnerships and resources. Evaluations of these trainings through pre-post comparisons found that increases occur with respect to their understanding of the role of the bystander, their personal willingness to intervene in contexts of harassment or violence, and their understanding of how to integrate the training into their work with students, either with the MVP model directly or in their general work with students. Participants have more modest increases in their knowledge about gender violence and issues such as rape myths, and in part because they often come in with a solid understanding of these issues. Findings also reveal that participants have consistently valued the information being shared in the format of these trainings.
So student mentor training. The training of the mentors occurs through an initial training by the adults who are trained in the train-the-trainer model, and then through opportunities like meeting regularly with the student mentors and advisors together. Annually, we host regional MVP student leadership summits, which bring together MVP student mentors from a variety of schools in that area. The summit will have keynote speakers who are really good at recognizing and supporting those student mentors and the leadership that they demonstrate in their respective schools, as well as provide insight into the broader work of leadership and prevention. Breakout sessions on a variety of topics are offered to enhance student mentors' skills and knowledge. Ongoing evaluations of these summits have indicated that students come away feeling more engaged, encouraged, and knowledgeable about issues impacting peers, as well as an enhancement of skills. MVP student mentors from schools divide up and go to attend different sessions and then bring that information back to the broader group of peer mentors in their high schools. Because the mentors have engaged in the training and are learning by teaching others, their scores on surveys consistently show positive changes in terms of recognition of problem behaviors, feeling a sense of responsibility for engaging actions, confidence, and a greater willingness to engage. This past spring, in the midst of the pandemic, we asked 300 MVP mentors in an online open-ended survey how the MVP program has changed how they think and feel and actions they take when witnessing a continuum of violence. The mentors' narrative revealed to us themes that connect to the social and emotional competencies, which include a greater self-confidence and efficacy, increases in identifying problems, analyzing and problem solving, communication and social engagement, as well as perspective taking and empathy.
When we look at the freshman students who are receiving the program by their mentors over the course of the school year, we have found across the various schools some consistent findings emerge. Students report increased willingness to intervene in the more moderate, severe forms of harassment and violence. Behaviors that are more commonly found in the course of a school day, for example, saying words that hurt another person and are more ingrained in the climate of the school or life in general, are slower to change. Findings also reveal a shift in positive directions in students becoming less accepting of bullying, harassment, and other forms of gender violence, and a greater movement in the steps of the bystander model. And we also found, not surprisingly, given their developmental age, that peers play a significant role in violence prevention work. Two notable ways that this emerges is that perceptions of what peers will do or not do emerges as a significant predictor of students' own willingness to intervene in these different situations or scenarios. We also find that students are more likely to turn to their peer for support and advice and to join in an effort to intervene when confronted with situations versus talking with adults in their lives, including teachers or parents or coaches. So overall, we believe we are finding that the MVP is a valued asset to a secondary school. It provides a platform increasing awareness of bullying, harassment, and violence, provides a forum for student-led discussions on students' leadership, responsibility, and voice for creating healthy relationships in a positive school climate. We also believe it supports the social emotional learning of students, as many schools are recognizing this as an important component of the educational process. Finally, we believe the model has sustainability and minimizes impact on school resources by utilizing a school's most important resource, the students themselves.
So again, on behalf of the Center for Violence Prevention at the University of Northern Iowa, thank you for your interest in reviewing our poster, Mentors in Violence Prevention, Near Peer Bystander Interventions with High School Students. If you have any additional questions or would like more information about the MVP model and how it can be implemented in your school community, please contact us by calling area code 319-273-3545 or by emailing us at allen.heisterkamp@uni.edu or michael.fleming@uni.edu. We hope that you have a great rest of the conference, and thank you.
Thank you.